Welcome to Clean Freak Detailing. Alright guys, so the last couple of weeks we haven't done too many disgusting cars. I did my wife's van last week and I did my truck the week before that. So it's time to get back to the dirty. And make sure you stay to the end to catch some bloopers. But before we try to dig into this dumpster fire, why don't y'all take a second and just hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any other upcoming videos coming down the line. And I appreciate y'all's support, honestly. I love getting y'all's feedback and getting y'all's comments about these videos. I really do appreciate it. But anyway, a little bit about this vehicle. This really is a trash car. Not only does she smoke in it, but also she had two 2-liter bottles of Dr. Pepper and Cherry Coke explode inside the vehicle and actually go everywhere, along with candy and gum and stuff that's been melted all over the seats. So we'll actually get to all that stuff. We'll actually get to see me clean the headliner and try to get that Cherry Coke off the ceiling. So y'all sit back and enjoy this one. So I always like to do a pre-rinse of the car first before I get started. I'll wash the outside of the car, get the tires, get up underneath the wheel wells, try to get underneath the car as best as I can. I don't have any attachment that allows me to roll it up underneath. I really don't know how much good that does anyway, because you really don't see what's going on under there even though you have that. So I just try to get the outside done as best as I can before I get onto the tires and then onto washing the car. So right here I'm using Adams Polish's all wheel and tire cleaner. It's kind of an all-in-one cleaner. It will clean the tire as well as polish it after you're done spraying it off to give it kind of a shiny look. But anyway, it really does a good job at breaking down the brake dust. And one thing I didn't notice about this particular tire while I was cleaning it is those are plastic hubcaps and they pop off so you can get to the lug nuts. And actually end up popping it off and getting behind all that dirt and brake dust that had been caked up behind the plastic rim. It was kind of frustrating at the moment because it was so dirty and caked up behind there. I had to get several detail brushes just to break it up. Those things have probably been put on there and never taken off to be cleaned. So I typically always try to take seats out of the car. It's always funny because I always find different types of screws holding seats down. I wish there was like one universal screw or bolt holding these things in. So I always feel like I'm missing the one I need, and I'm always having to borrow it from a friend. But it's always imperative to try and get the seats out if you can, because you can see all the stuff that's left underneath.
The front seats were hard to get out, so I was going to try and leave these in if I could, but you look back here, found a nice little present waiting, so I think I'm going to have to take them out, and I'm going to do that right now. Stay tuned.
So if you're thinking, wow, that's super clean, well, when we uploaded the SD card, all the vacuuming video disappeared and we could not get it, so we don't know what happened to it, but it's gone, so you won't get to see that this time. But moving on to the headliner, what I typically do is take a 10-to-1 ratio of all-purpose cleaner. I'll spray it lightly over the affected areas, then I take a pretty soft detail brush, work that in, and then take a microfiber towel and just wipe it away, and it seemed to work really well. Once it dries, there is some small stains still left, so I try to go back over those areas. So if you were paying close attention just a second ago, I was using a different extractor on the other side of the car. It was a new extractor I bought on Amazon. It was a Hoover. I wanted to try something different because I didn't feel like this one was doing a great job. Well, I was completely wrong. The Hoover one I was not pleased with at all. A few things about it I didn't like were the size of the head, like the handle they used to extract with was too big. It was like triangular shaped, so I couldn't get into certain spots, especially in this car as well. Another thing I didn't like about it is the reservoir tank was not as big as the one I'm using on this one. It was only about half a gallon. This one is a gallon, so I wasn't able to suck up as much at one time. And yeah, so those are basically the things I didn't like about it, and I'm going to stick with the Bissell from now on. So right here I expected that this was probably the site of the Cherry Coke and Dr. Pepper explosion, and you can tell while I'm extracting why I thought that. So for those of you who have been waiting to get to the seats because y'all saw how bad they were in some of the previous before shots, well, just calm down because you're going to be disappointed. I don't know what was in these seats, but I could not get it out all the way. I used all kinds of solutions, cleaners. I went over this seat maybe 4 or 5 times with the extractor. I used the steam cleaner. I tried everything I could. The only thing that ended up working pretty well was a concentrated dilution of the all-purpose cleaner, probably 10 to 1, 4 to 1, something like that. And I just had to spot clean all those dark spots, and ended up coming up, I would say, about 75%. So not 100%. I was a little disappointed in that, and I was expecting it just come sucking right up out of there, but it didn't.
capte le fond.
So getting to the floor mats, you know how bad the stains were in the seats. I wasn't going to let these floor mats beat me, so I pulled out the pressure washer for these babies, and that actually worked out really well. I'm probably going to start doing this from now on, and it gives you a really nice visual while you're cleaning them. So you can see what I actually got out of the seats and carpets. It is super thick. There's probably, I don't know, 3 gallons worth of cherry Coke and Dr. Pepper in this bucket right here. And then you can see all the sediment that actually was separated down here at the bottom of the bucket. That's probably smoke and nicotine residue. I pulled out of the seats as well. So I was using this table to clean the runner boards and stuff like that that pop on and off right there by the door jamb. And you can tell after I clean, I take a wet towel and I clean off all the crap that comes off of them. I probably go through about 20 towels per cleaning, just because I try to be as clean as I can. I don't want to keep reusing rags that may have gotten something hard or crusty on there and then, I'm wiping down something in the car and accidentally scratch it or something like that. So I go through towels a lot, but that's why I got a lot of them. So moving to the center console and to the dashboard here on the inside, I actually tried something different with my steam cleaner. I ended up adding some essential oil to the water. I believe it was like orange marmalade or something like that, just to give it an extra scent because this car stunk so bad. And I really enjoyed the smell coming out of that thing, so I think I'm going to start experimenting with other scents like spearmint and peppermint. I think I have like a blueberry or something like that. Anyway, I'm going to start experimenting with those in the upcoming cars I have. Well, guys, that does it for another episode on Clean Freak Detailing. I hope y'all enjoyed it. That was a super gross car. I wasn't very satisfied with the seats, but the customer was super happy. Anyway, hope y'all stay tuned for next week. We have another good one coming. Hope y'all have a blessed day. See ya!
I feel like Picasso right now. No, Michelangelo. Who's fan of the Sistine Chapel? Michelangelo. Not Picasso. Michelangelo. Everybody on leaving comments. Why don't you just use a steamer? Why don't you just do this? It's the only thing that works. Or you pay someone else to do it. So I'm not a sissy and I got muscles.
I can't even keep this straight. Cheers. Well, we're gonna wait for it to clean. Look at you using that left hand. You're so cute. You're sexy. Look at you using that left arm. Oh yeah.
I do the stuff and turn technique.
Stuff and
Stuff
turn.
and turn. You know about
Like
that?
the bend and
I just
tuck.
invented it. And it gets it about 3/4 of the way clean. It's perfect.